I've been ready since I came and I got in this Discord call, and then because you needed food and all that, that's why I went out and I got powered up. I got leveled up for this.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a good introduction to the episode.
Hello.
So today, heard
Hello.
us again.
Can you hear
We're
me?
back.
Are we back? Is this for real
Yes.
right now?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
shit.
for real. We're back, and today, episode number 9 is gonna be about the dance of Shiva. So Shiva, the beloved.
Well,
So the dance. So dance because everything's energy moving. So why Shiva? Because you were the one who chose it, sir.
well, Dance of Shiva is referred to in Hinduism and even Buddhism and other Eastern philosophies as the dance of life. And the dance of Shiva is the passing of energies and that occur at every level in reality. And you can observe light dancing when it reflects off of surfaces. You can hear how vibrations dance when they enter your earlobes, and then those signals are sent to your brain, and that is what is registered,
Exactly.
Shiva is the god of destruction in Hinduism, and one of the big three. And he represents strength and courage and just the ability to pass through entropy, and how that is an essential aspect or process that undergoes within what exists. So although dancing may not be the creation of a physical item or materialistic at all, so you could say that it's destructive because it's destroying these conditionings or actually the experience that one is having altogether, because when you enter the dance, you are going into the flow of all of that is around you. And I mean, V, like, can you tell me, when you're dancing in your room, how does that feel?
Well, like you said, the energy moving. In a more mainstream way, I would say I'm having sex with myself, but that's really a really straight way, which everyone can picture. I hope so.
Yeah.
But everything's like we said in the previous episode, everything is in movement. So that's where Shiva comes in. Well, he's always been here, but we introduce him now in the podcast because there's always a place for Shiva, and I guess there's gonna be a place for Vishnu and Brahma, right?
Vishnu and Brahma.
But that's what I'm asking you.
Well, I mean, they're probably here too.
Yeah, right now. But what I mean is that they're gonna like have their special episode.
Oh yeah, I sure hope so. I mean, I don't see why not. I just wanted to talk about the reason why I chose Shiva's name for this episode was because I wanted to talk about the dance of life and what that actually means, and how important actually dancing is to human culture and society and media even, and all that. It's really fascinating. And also, dancing is one of the greatest ego dissolvers there are.
What type of
Huh?
what type of dancing are you referring to? The actual term, like actual fact of dancing?
Well, aren't you? So what you're acknowledging here, V, is that what I meant by this episode name is actually a whole umbrella and actual philosophy that we're going to dwell into. So that's right. I
Okay, so
actually got you. This
you
is some
start with
bigger and deeper than you thought it was.
No, I know. I'm just asking if you're starting off with the actual physical fact of dancing and then branching off from that fact.
Yeah, I
explaining
know.
all
I
the
just had to explain all
intersectionality of
that
the rest.
first. Yeah, I just had to say that first. Now we're
Okay,
gonna
so
go
we're dancing
intersectional.
in cultures. Okay,
We're dancing right now, V. Whether or not anyone will notice,
that's what I was saying.
I wasn't dancing with anything other than my voice at that moment, but now I'm dancing with my whole being, and I wonder if anyone can sense the difference of that, because you know, now I'm not having any energy blocks, and maybe you might notice a different like rhythm in my voice, but
Yeah, that's a Shiva that entered his being.
yeah. So when I came home, I skirted in the Chevy to Not Like Us by or They Not Like Us by Kendrick, and I was like, this is the best music to come on right before, because Shiva came out, and I was just dancing and like I was in a music video, and
So
that
you were
was
preparing
very
yourself
liberating.
for Shiva.
Huh?
You were preparing yourself for Shiva.
That I was opening up my vessel to the dance of life itself.
What is the genre of music you said?
Oh, I said Kendrick Lamar. You know this.
Oh, okay, so rap, yeah.
Yeah, and he just had released a diss track called "They Not Like Us" on Drake, and I mean, it's fucking great. I love it, and I've seen concerts play it, and it has no royalties on it, so anyone can play this song. And the culture that is playing this is great, because finally, like, they not like us, and you.
Yeah. Well, it might sound a little bit morbid and depressive at first.
Well, perhaps I'm not sure, but anyone is up to interpret it as however they see fit. Like, um, but
But that's
that total
how the
action of
bits.
dancing to this music, whether or not there was a diss track for Drake, and whether or not I hold opinions regarding that artist, uh, the thing is that I was liberated in that moment by the dancing and the music, and I was just letting my body do what it felt natural, and that's what I really think is the best way to dance. Is like, you don't think about it. Your body will move and it will tune into the music.
But, sir, it may seem like that's the highest goal of humanity to just do whatever is supposed to do without any intention of doing. So, how do we proceed, sir?
Well, I mean, it's like kind of getting on a roller coaster, right? Like when you're stepping. Have you ever been on a roller coaster, V?
I probably have, yeah, but it's been a long time, so I don't remember.
Oh God.
Oh, I think I was. I might have been traumatized from it, but the traumas haven't come up to the
Drama.
surface.
Oh no.
I have actually, yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
So you're saying that
I'm gonna compare a bike now instead. I don't want to traumatize you with the roller coasters.
no, it's okay.
I
I'm
just
just
don't.
asking you, is the roller coaster like just a math test?
Roller coaster like a math test.
Yes, that you have to go with the flow. That's the whole point of what you're
Well, I
saying,
never was
right?
very good at math, so I wouldn't talk to me
Okay, I
about
think you're
math.
traumatized.
I'm really
It's even
traumatized
worse.
from math. I was actually talking to my therapist about how traumatizing the whole experience of algebra and algebra 2 was. So,
Yeah, 1 + 1 3. We're confused. I know.
no, where is the X, dude? I still can't find the X to this fucking day. What are the numbers? What are the
So let's use more basic items
I
like a
was going to tell
bicycle.
you a bicycle, okay?
Yeah,
It's like
oh, a
it's like riding a
bicycle. Sorry.
bicycle. We're literally looking at a bicycle in our Discord chat right now too. You
Yeah,
said
we
one.
are.
It was the premonitions.
Yeah, it's the old one.
Yeah, that's like from 1910. And that's the
Okay,
one with the
it's
really
not a
tall,
day.
big wheel and then the little wheel on the back. It's such a bizarre looking item, to be honest.
It's cute.
It is adorable. On the way
So
over, actually, never mind. I was just gonna say I saw like a 1950s police car, and that was cool. But I just realized that had nothing to do with this.
all right. So back in the
Back to the
topic.
bicycles is that okay? When you're seeing a bicycle, you know that you can ride the bicycle, okay? You don't know
Wow.
exactly where the bicycle is going to take you every step of the way. You may have a general idea of where that you're going to want to take that bicycle, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. But you see this bicycle, you realize, you have to like decide to get on the bicycle, right?
Yeah.
And at first, when you're getting onto the bicycle, it's like, oh my God, like I have to find my balance. It's gotta like, synergize and like sink in. And you gotta tune into being a bicycle now.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're pedaling at first, maybe even if you haven't ridden a bike in a while, you haven't you don't ever forget how to ride a bike once you have. Like it's just you learn and it's learned. And so it might take you a little bit to get used to it or feel comfortable doing it or have it feel natural again. And that's where a lot of people get turned off from dancing is like there's that uncomfortable period that you're trying to figure out what your groove is because everyone dances their own way and everyone dances and interprets music a little differently. So you can't look to other people and see how they're dancing because they don't dance like you can dance. So you can appreciate that their dance moves are great or even appreciate them for not being that great. But no one likes a wallflower, that's for sure. And
what?
a wallflower. Those are
What
the
do you
people
mean?
just sit on the side of the dance floor and just watch everyone.
Oh. Yeah.
They're really actually a problem. They're like recording. Like that's weird.
If they're recording?
Yeah, like not their friends, but like the whole thing happening. That's weird.
Like not participating.
Yeah, not participating and just like recording like a really bad quality video. It's kind of creepy, low key.
Is that a cliche?
Yeah, but not wallflower isn't like that. A wallflower is more like someone who's shy and like they just don't know how to dance, so they just don't.
But I don't have to know. That's your point, right?
What I'm saying is that's what happens to people that think they have to know how to dance. Because they become a wallflower.
So the ego breaking moment is, sir?
Is when you're getting past that uncomfortable period between not dancing to dancing. It's that transition. That's switching between channels. It's when intention becomes action. And that's why dancing is so powerful. Because your intentions are totally in tune with your action in that moment.
How do you get to that point? Is there a manual we have to follow?
Well, like I said, you gotta find your groove in the music and with what your body allows you to do. And like I said with the analogy of the bicycle is that it takes a little bit and it depends on what the terrain is or what the situation is. And maybe there's someone right next to you, so you can't like fall that way. So you got to fall the other way, like mindfulness comes in here.
You have the intention to fall.
Well, if you don't expect that there's a possibility that you can fall or be embarrassed, then, full send. But
okay, this is really the key moment here.
You have to full send anyway.
Does Shiva ever fall? Was he ever standing in the first place? That's a really great question here.
Well, no, Shiva wasn't.
No, he wasn't?
He was just, he was always dancing.
He was always dancing.
Yeah.
So, never standing, never playing, never sat.
Always dancing.
Like, always dancing, okay. Is that how we have to be? Is that how we are already?
I mean, that's how I am.
Okay, something we have
can't
to
be I can't sit still, dude. Like,
okay, how are you performing the dance of Shiva in your bed, Dai?
Well, I'll be like playing with like onyx rock at times, or like prayer beads, or my phone.
Or what if you're numb?
Well, if I'm numb and just laying there, and how am I well, then the dance of Shiva is always happening in my haram param.
So in your inner side, is that what you mean?
Yeah, like in my soul. My heart
So
cave is what a haram param means.
okay. So the point is that there's no real like it doesn't have to be physical. That's the point. Like this is just a way, a form of how dance takes place.
Yeah, can you tell me why the energy that is within all that is always dancing? B.
Because movement is what makes change, and change is what we can observe as this catalyst of movement, and this is this exact loop that makes it all move and dance. Because if you go to a microscopic level, it's just the atoms interacting with each other. So, or we can go on a bigger scale and just watch Star Wars.
Well, as
I
the
hope that answers
atoms
your
are
question.
dancing between each other, you can say that's a dance. I kind of use the word to explain it, which is not what you're supposed to do technically if you want to
Oh,
define
you
something.
explaining what dance means and saying it dances.
Well, look at the what I'm saying is how the atoms vibrate, and
Okay, yes, vibration, yes.
is what I meant. And
But the vibration is the dance because of
vibrations
movement.
produce an energy, and we see with E equals MC squared how powerful the dance of Shiva really is.
Oh yes. Well, basically Shiva is the prior and next incarnation of Einstein. From what you're telling us right now.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Well, movement is the dance of Shiva, characterized by, well, the atoms or the stars. I mean, what can be, well, you can say the universe, but what do you have any, because that's really the two extremes, and we just say, just like said something about the middle. Maybe we should go on the extremes of the middle. Do you have any examples?
Well,
pick it or this.
okay. What I did want to talk about was like in the last episode, we talked about how people around the fire made music and stuff, and dancing was a big part of that singing and gathering of the tribe. And it's such a great way for everyone to participate together, and they can be making music, which is dancing. They could be singing, which is dancing with your voice, and you could be actually literally using your body to dance. And there's and there's storytelling too, which is the dancing of these concepts. You can then further that and then say all of this dance is almost like a play happening. And there's a lot of dancing that happens literally in plays, but perhaps what I'm suggesting is that the whole play is a dance. And if you looked at the entire way that humans interact, you can say there is a play going on. And maybe what I'm saying is that any form of play is really dancing.
But why do the concepts need to dance?
Well, because that creates a rhythm, which is a tangible or a pattern that's understood. That's why good music has a beat to it, and you can recognize the pattern, and that's what allows you to sync to it to then dance, because both patterns and vibrations are meeting each other halfway, and that's what allows the relationship to produce a pattern or a rhythm that is dancing.
So my question is, how and why can't you dance if the pattern is distorted or out of it?
Well, it's like you can dance, but it might be uncomfortable. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, if this is offbeat, this is
some people make music that is especially offbeat.
Well, yeah, I'm like, you can't predict anything when that's happening. Like,
So a completely randomized song.
It's randomized, and how do you dance to something that's random? Well, you have to be random. And when
Can you dance to ambient electronic music? Because it's a bunch of randomized things for the most part.
not really, it's kind of hard. Like it's like listening to the wilderness. Like with like at nighttime. Oh, I'm sorry. There's
That was a really beautiful dance.
you'll hear
The
the
mouth
bird,
got a dance to dance. The mouth entity we have to.
the birds, and then there's frogs and whatever else you can hear in the woods.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
back to the animals. Yeah.
They're singing and they're doing all that, and you can hear this song going on. And sometimes there is actually a really strong like consistency when like one species is synchronized. Like for instance, the frogs in my swamp outside.
Mhm.
They are really loud sometimes, and they can produce like a beat. And I'm actually going to post a poetry reading to these frogs that I've done on the Per Just channel. So I guess
This will be the first video, by the way, of the channel. So yeah,
yeah, it will be
how do you
pretty
feel
interesting.
about this dance? Are you hyped?
Well, I am, yeah.
So the dance. What else to say about the dance?
Well, okay. So I was saying about that is like
The rhythm, yeah.
in nature, birds will dance to attract a mate, for instance. They're very performative, and the males are the ones that are performing.
Mm-hmm.
And they have really special colors and feathers because of that. Also, frogs I'm pretty sure were making all those songs because they were looking to mate. They definitely sounded like it. And, nature is always singing and dancing in their own way for the biggest reason to find a partner or their
To
other half.
reproduce.
Reproduce, yeah. So, I mean, as another species, that those sounds are a bit foreign to me. But I
Mm-hmm.
can't really dance, but their dance inspired me in my own way and allows me to express creativity like I said with poetry instead, as maybe I won't literally be dancing, but a dance of these concepts and rhythms and language will occur. And that's why it's poetry, is because it's elegant and it's literally taking all that and producing a seamless thing. It's experience. That's more so what I mean by dancing. And like V, how does like the day to day represent a dance?
The way I wake up, and I go to bed.
Yes, from waking up to going to sleep. How is that
Well,
dancing?
well, that's the day. Wake up and go to sleep.
Yeah, that is the dance of
Okay.
life. Yeah.
So getting back in more details and not because I like to really give extremes, So at least it's really easy to picture. Sometimes not too easy. Um, well, it's really, in essence, it is unspeakable and ineffable because you can really explain everything that's going on.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, you
it's a
could.
quite intricate dance, is what you're saying.
No,
Oh
this
no,
is
it's
not.
really
You
simple,
can't.
actually, is what you're
No, no, you
saying.
can't. What my point is that you can't use a word to explain it because it changes all the time. So maybe you could say that as a. Oh yeah, it's a changing dance. I don't remember the word I want to use, but it's a synonym to changing. But it's not necessarily intricate. It's not necessarily changing. Sometimes you can be stagnant. So you can't how are you gonna explain something that is self-explanatory? Like everyone is dancing when they're doing anything in life, No matter what they do, it doesn't matter because even when it's low level things, they still vibrate. Well, just at a slower level,
They're
slower
still
pace.
dancing, yeah.
But sometimes they can if they drink coffee to get back up, for example, then they're vibrating faster in a way. So yeah, that was that example. how we make music. I mean, everything that we've been saying in the podcast and in the first few episodes are strongly relating back to this. It's basically like everything we've been saying in these episodes. I don't remember which ones, but Shiva was there.
Yeah.
Shiva will always be here.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know the mantra for Shiva, which is a dance also?
Well, the mantra I use when I smoke ganja is Sankari Anya.
Okay. Is that from Shiva?
Yeah.
How many mantras does Shiva have?
Way more than I could ever say with words.
Oh, so you're telling me that it is ineffable
Yeah.
because of how limited your brain seems to be in the present moment.
Always, yeah.
Okay, so the one I use actually
I just
was lying in
use the
bed.
one that I use. That's the only one
Okay.
I could confidently tell you, to be honest, because that's the
Well,
one I
of course,
use.
yeah. But yesterday I was lying in my bed and
I have listened to other ones. I will put on YouTube videos sometimes where it's just a mantra being played out, and I'll say it
oh
along.
yeah.
But I do that to Ganesh too, and Parvati and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's another way to do it. But if you guys really love one god, Hindu god, you could use one of the mantras. And I know the one of Shiva, which I guess is the main one, which I used yesterday because I was lying in my bed. Couldn't sleep. I had to wake up early. So, which is Om Namaha Shivaya, which you probably heard, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that I do recognize.
And the other one I just sent me the other day, which is Om Mani Padme Hum.
Well, that's for going to your heart cave. That one's like
How to go deep.
That's personally, like interpersonal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, every
That's
mantra
like
has.
that's like Buddha's mantra, pretty much.
Okay.
It's the Buddha mantra, which Shiva, like the first Buddha, apparently was the 9th incarnation of Shiva. So I guess yeah, Shiva too. I just took a quantum shift, like our Tokyo drift around that, like.
Why? Okay, why are you Tokyo drifting in Dance of Shiva?
Because, dude, that's the culture right there.
Oh, you wanna touch those Fast and Furious fans right there, right?
It's swag, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's swag on them haters. It's keep doing your dance no matter what people say, dude. Because
yeah,
it's your job is to do the dance. Get jiggy with it.
So the mantras. Going back to the mantras.
Oh, okay. What
What
would
were
you
you
like?
about to say?
Well, I don't remember. I was
Okay.
I was locked in on the Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah, you were Tokyo drifting. So back to the topic a little bit, even though we did not digress. But so the mantras, which by definition are sentences that we repeat in form of a prayer in order to to dissolve ego, which is what prayers are about, which are mantras too. And each mantra has, it's like basically just Indian or Hindu words, right? Which are the same as prayers, basically. Just
Sanskrit
like
words for the most
Sanskrit
part.
words, yeah. And each has a meaning, obviously, but what is most important is not really the meaning of the thing, but more like what meaning you
It's like
interpret it
hallelujah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's hallelujah.
And the meaning you give it is like, well, it's better if you sing to the general meaning that people like basically consider it or believe it.
What you're acknowledging is that all this terms and stuff is how culture and media has produced.
Well, yeah, if you think with that, it's better. But my
Well,
point
I'm
is that
saying,
your attention is what matters most.
yes.
You know, you're not gonna mentoring and then like I don't know, go kill people. Even though you could to stop doing it, but not in order to do it. Like that's the intention has to take like something positive,
Well,
something changing, something dancing.
the removal of something is classified as negative. But allow me to explain why everything is positive. That I'll use the reality of a forest fire. And this is when you become the dance, you are the fire. You are the forest fire. You are the flame. You represent the flame that creates the fire. And the fire will burn everything that blocks the like forest floor from receiving sunlight, and all the ash will become soil, and it will allow new nutrients to form, and it will reset the ecosystem. It's like going to get a haircut or cutting your fingernails or wiping your ass. It's maintenance.
Yes, maintenance.
And you sure as hell complain if your ass ain't fucking spick and span, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's important.
Yeah, it's like wiping your ass.
How is so sir, you're actually meaning that consciousness is actually wiping itself from the big Maya drug that it has taken a few million years ago.
So what you're suggesting is that the universe at the moment is really fucked up, staring at itself in the mirror, trying to splash some water on its face and get clean and sober so that it could go to work or something?
No, in a bigger, well, yeah, but in a bigger picture, I meant,
Huh?
extreme I go, to the extremes I go. No, to realize it is itself, not to go to work, but the main factors involved.
I was just putting a play onto it.
Oh, so you were still wiping your ass, okay?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
I was telling you, it's like, yeah, it's like fucking like that. Like,
what is the importance of the fire in the purgification?
well, I mean, in order to get juice, you kind of got to heat up all the material and so that it becomes like a solution, and like, because you can't just mix water and like juice together. You kind of like you can juice just a an orange, for instance, because it's got a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
And I made a whole lot of orange juice in my life.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, it was awesome. Tasted delicious. If you ever really like, I would make your own juice, honestly, instead of buying it from the store. But
oh yeah, definitely. I'm not really into this like industrial OJs, which is by the way like how the concept purchase was first born and kept maintained from that OJ. But now I just have an army. I mean, my parents, we have an army of purchase OJs, OJs.
yeah, a limited edition purchase.
Yeah, I mean, I can post the video on YouTube if you guys really want to see it. Which is a short of like 10, 15 seconds or something.
I wonder if we could just resell all those.
Well, no,
as
like
our
my dad
own
is gonna
as our own product. We got our own juice on the store, guys.
Oh, you want to make a purchase brand?
Yeah, purchase brand juice, and we could actually juice our own juice, bro. Oh my god, stonks are up, bro. Stonks are up. We've the light has been shined. That is the answer. We gotta make our own juice company.
Well, if it has to branch off in that direction, yeah. My point was that the industrialization of OJs which I haven't really. I wasn't tasting it before because I wasn't like I guess seasoned to the reality of the juices. Now I really feel like they don't really it's not only about the smell, it's really the taste and all the atom combinations that make my palates feel the juice. And yeah, they're not really good. Like I just feel, and that's great because I can feel, if the juice is really juicy. So I've become a real purchaser.
Well, I'm
Are
really
you a real
glad.
purchaser?
Well, I mean, I've been eating mostly smoothies. Like, I drink water now and milk, pretty much.
Oh yeah, for the smoothies, yeah. I prefer to just eat the orange right away instead of just
Although I did just finish a lime flavored sparkling water, and that was the first time I've had something like that. I don't know how long. So, oy vey.
sparkling water. You said.
Yeah, oy vey.
Oh,
I broke from my only liquid or being water.
it's okay.
Lord
I
forgive
won't
me for
ban you for
drinking.
that.
Lord forgive me for I have drunk a buble. It literally says "Aw hi" on it.
Did it say? Was it written on it? Sprung the essence of life.
Oh yeah, sprunk.
Okay.
There's
So
sprung.
so yeah, it's better to get the orange juices if you guys can, because it can get a little bit expensive in terms of like the money and the energy, the various dances that takes to actually get the juice ready, And I know that it's not for everybody to like actually wake up and get the juice out. I prefer to eat the orange, like I said, or to make a smoothie.
Yeah,
Which
I love smoothies.
yeah, is well yeah, just think about a dance of Shiva in your smoothie. Just like
Well,
picture.
yeah,
Oh
even
yeah,
you making a smoothie is you're playing out the dance of life.
that's what you were saying before, though.
Yeah.
Oh
See,
yeah,
that
you're
was a
right.
law. See, look how big that Tokyo drift was. It was quantum, bro.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Where do you think all the Purge's army comes from? In my
Well, like,
garage with like yeah.
wow,
OJ.
all the OJs,
Yeah.
all the
Can you
OJs.
believe it that the OJs became OG? Oh my god.
They never would have saw it coming. They always prayed on our downfall. But
Yeah, but
we
it's
in, bro, we in. Juice is back. Juice is coming back in a big way.
well, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's true that it's been a little bit lost. I mean,
Is
it
this
hasn't been
lost?
lost. It was just, I guess, falsified, like adulterated. Like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, which isn't really real juice. So that's why you gotta get authentic natural juice, not
Yeah, those
like
are
real industrial
those are
or
called
just sugar.
sodas.
What?
Sodas.
Yeah, you don't have to drink just like actual sugar. Yeah,
Well,
there's sugar in orange, but
I do
it's
want
not
to talk
natural
a
sugar.
little bit more about how, dancing at in like music videos and movies and all that stuff and choreographed and how that speaks about a culture and the society and how it's expressive. And there's also things like ballet and like tai chi, which is like dancing with your life force. Ah, damn, I wish Leo was here.
All right, yeah. And
uh
also the feng shui.
and feng shui actually is how you manage the material to respect the dancing of energies.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
don't have to
god.
follow it.
Yes. You're right, dude. No, dude, if you don't follow it in your bedroom, you're gonna have sweaty nights, man. I'll tell you that.
Oh, so that was the reason.
Well, the thing is that I don't really have a choice here. Wherever my dad is, their feng shui is disrupted.
Wow. Even in your own bedroom?
Dude, yes, I have Tell me why my brother has 2 rooms and I have a room that is barely big enough for my furniture.
Well, how do you manage
I did the best
to?
I could. I did.
No, in the sweaty nights with Shiva, how do you astral project and get grace so that I can get?
Well, sometimes I thug it out. Sometimes I am lucid dreaming. And sometimes I'm just, I don't know, like probably unconscious, just like I don't really know what happens when I go unconscious. Like,
What is bug out?
yeah, it's like black, you know. It's like I'm aware that I'm not aware, and it's or in that
Why
period,
isn't thug in it?
huh?
Is it why isn't thug in it? Do you mean that it's like because of like the word is like it means like local stuff, so because of that then like black and yeah blacking out.
Well, yeah, like blacking out, but that's like really deep, like sleep, like when you're
Yeah, but do
not.
you know that deep sleep patterns are actually like the same as vibrating really hard, just that in one you're like aware and the other one you're asleep.
Yeah, like it's when it's unconscious sleep or dreaming. Like I guess that's when just like I don't really know. It's like you just pretty much are like, all right, like I'm so tired or so like that I'm just going to, I guess, shut down. Um,
So this is what
but
you
there's stuff that
define as
like,
sweaty.
yeah, I guess that's when it's sweaty. I mean, sometimes the reason for the sweatiness is because like, I mean, it's like a weird dream or something. Usually it's something like really fucking like strange. Like
So it's all because of the feng shui.
maybe, yeah. I mean, like one time it was a dream that I was like in like the Stranger Things like underground area, like the other realm, like where it's like all like it literally looked like that, like the upside down. And there was like this like really creepy, like almost Dementor-esque or like Slender Man kind of thing, like came up to me, and I was like hiding behind this car, and then I was like, and then for some reason, like this guy who looked apparently like the worst of nightmares of all, he was like, "Hey, you shouldn't be here." I was like, "Yeah, no kidding. Like, how do you get out of here?" And he's like, "You just go that way." And I was like, "Oh, bless, bro." And then I was out.
So you just got lucky.
No, so pretty much I woke up after that, and I guess so. I don't know. He saw me and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here, dude." I think I was in the lower astral realm or something.
Oh yeah, okay. So you experienced, you could say, many realms of the Shiva
Yeah.
in your sleep.
Yeah, sleeping is one way to do that. And like I said, lucid dreaming is when you're like in your own reality, I guess. That you're like
Well, it
you're
still is the unreality.
like your soul. Yes, that's true, but I'm saying in this specific soul mind body complex, that's where lucid dreaming takes place. But in order to astral project, your soul has to go back to all the like the soul dimension. So you are no longer um experiencing within the mind and body that is currently speaking at this moment.
Yeah, the mouth entity. Yeah.
What produces the mouth entity would no longer be
So
able to do that because I wouldn't be, and that's actually where sleep psychosis comes in, is when you've come back from astral projecting, but your mind body complex won't let you back in because it sees it as a foreign entity.
oh yeah, that's when you took too much industrial realm, but we won't elucidate on that.
Well, yeah, so pretty much make good with your guy, with the dude, I guess, or else you get to see the Hat
devil.
Man. The Hat Man.
Are you talking about the devil?
No, that's
That
the
you did
Hat
good
Man,
with?
bro.
Okay.
Hat Man's worse than the devil.
Okay. Well, it's just a. Okay.
The Hat Man is much deeper. The devil's just like, I want to see you suffer. How can we make it as suffering as possible? That's all the devil is. He's the fucking thing. Like, okay, picture this. If you stick your hand in the blender, you get $1 million. And every time you stick your hand in, what do you get? You get a fucking shredded hand. The devil's the blender, telling you, oh, if you do this, I'm gonna give you that. But really, he's just fucking shredding your hand.
Yeah, what about the Hat Man?
That's the Hat Man.
Yeah, what about him? What does he do with the blender?
Oh, he doesn't have anything to do with the blender.
Well, then the devil's worse.
No, dude.
Then explain yourself.
I'm trying, dude. I'm finding the words that could.
Maybe you should go back on Shiva to get some guidance.
Okay, I'm gonna start dancing then. Well, I guess the Hat Man is going to be the thing that watches you, and he's there when you really fucked up.
Oh, so are you saying that the Hat Man is a cat?
He's a cat?
Yeah, relating back
The
to
Hat Man is
last
like
episode.
the Hat Man is like Mr. X in Resident Evil 3.
Okay.
And if you haven't been maintaining the dance of Shiva, the Hat Man is what gets you. That's what I was trying to get at.
You cannot not maintain the dance of Shiva because everything is within the dance of Shiva.
Oh no, you can get lazy with it. And if you what I'm saying, not lazy. Okay, if you succumb to the effects of entropy for far too long, that's what gets you is the Hat Man.
Well, but that would be called death.
Nah, dude. There's spiritual decay also.
Oh, before the actual that drops
or mental decay too. If like your mental health is really bad, you will see the Hat Man, and he will taunt you.
Okay.
That's when you take too much Benadryl, dude. The spiders will be crawling out of your fucking face. The Hat Man.
It's not delirium, is it?
It is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying I've done this.
From what?
The Hat Man is like a projection of that consequence, I guess.
So
it's like it's when the nightmare is coming. He's like the nightmare manager, pretty much.
No, okay, yeah.
Like so the devil.
Pertain.
He's the devil's boss. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Now, how do you know all this if you haven't taken any Benadryl or deliriums?
Well, because I've seen that man.
Have you seen him in your dreams?
I've talked to him. Okay. Talk with him. I haven't talked to him. He talks to you. You could choose to talk with him.
Okay.
You
can choose to ignore him too.
You can, yeah. Or you could even share his awareness, and that is a trip and a half. But he has to let you. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll get you back on a special episode about the Hat Man.
The Hat Man? I don't know if there's more I could really say about him. Is that
no? You seem really enthusiastic about it.
Well, maybe I will talk about him, but he's really interesting, I guess. I was thinking about him actually on the way over. Why?
Has it impressed you? Does it have a lot of risk?
He does. He's the Rizzler, dude. He's got a level. He's got a level infinite Giat score.
Yeah, I think it took way too much time. I think maybe TikTok made him like this.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok.
It's great. So you can stay with the devil.
Some of them got me from Instagram and shit, but God.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I
Well,
guess that was the dance of Shiva and
yeah.
the Hat Man.
People now the dance of Shiva is commercialized into TikTok dancing and Fortnite dancing and all that. So eat your McDonald's and shut the fuck up, I guess.
Okay, well, that kind of defies the what we were saying the first few episodes of not eating fast food.
I know. I was like,
Well, I guess your
I
point
was
is that if you
being,
don't
I
have a
was, I was
choice,
being, I was being. You know, I don't even fucking care. Honestly, I'm not gonna explain myself.
yeah, if you don't have a choice and you have to do it, the point is the intention. You have to. If you're dancing with the Hat Man at McDonald's, and you want to dance with Shiva, if we represent both of these entities as the extreme negative polarities, negative and positive. So if you want to go with Shiva, the key is the intention. You want to dance with Shiva, so you really like give your life up, and if you can't do that, then you enjoy the food with the Hatman, but you have to still because that you can help if the Hatman decides you gotta eat the food. You're gonna eat the food. Is that what? That's what like sort of Plus has been saying. And
Well, yeah, if
the
you're
intention.
starving to death and all you have is McDonald's, I don't think
Well,
you're
yeah,
gonna.
okay. Then this
It's happened to
example, yeah.
me. I went to Canada and all they have is loonies, and I wasn't loony, so all I had to eat was McDonald's, and I screamed at that worker Mac Poulet like 100 times, and it took me forever to get that McChicken, bro.
Well, yeah. So the intention, if you want to dance with Shiva, you gotta.
Yeah, fuck French, by the way, and I'm never ordering a Mac Poulet again. I'm saying McChicken next time, because that's what it took for him to understand.
Oh, it was in Quebec, right?
No, Toronto.
Do they speak French there?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you don't have to mess with French people because they may reveal the Hat Man to you.
Like, you're gonna eat
Within
this
the dance of
McDonald's and
Shiva.
love it. I tried going to the grocery store, dude. It was terrible. It didn't take any of our monies, none of our credit cards.
We don't accept this. We
Yeah, they're like, I don't care if your American dollar's worth more than our loonies. We're not taking any of it. I said, okay.
Right, so it's getting a little bit. I think you're falling into the Hatman's trap right now by being a little bit racist and anti-French.
Yeah, that's what the Hat Man is. That's what the Hat Man's about, man.
So the Hat Man has converted all the French people.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm warning you what dimensions that the Hat Man is really benefiting from.
Okay. Well, I guess my nights are gonna be a bit sweaty too.
Haven't they been?
Oh yeah, no, they have. I'm just playing. No, because my intentions are cool. You know, I'm really focusing on Shiva as much as I can. But my question is to you is the last question of this episode to conclude about the two extreme polarities. The Hatman is within Shiva, or is Shiva is within the Hatman?
I'm sure that it's when Shiva wants to punish.
Can you explain?
Well, we all feel malicious at times, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that.
So, well, let me rephrase it. Can the Hatman exist without Shiva, or can Shiva exist without the Hatman?
I believe that the Shiva can exist without the Hat Man. The Hat Man is just a cultural. It exists here because of the amount of fear-based stuff that goes on in the collective, and yeah, it's stress induced. Honestly, it's when Shiva's been dancing in a way that is capitalized, and when Shiva's overtired and doesn't like the dance that's happening, but keeps dancing because that's what Shiva do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's kind of like that.
Is the Hatman just a figment of the imagination of Shiva? Is that what you mean?
Perhaps. I mean,
Perhaps.
like I said, I think that it's like, you know, I guess a lower vibrational state of Shiva in the
It
astral
is
realm.
Shiva actually.
Yeah, it's
So
Shiva in like the lower astral realms. Yeah,
so
it's like when you like he's the nightmare operator, dude. He just operates
so
the nightmares. Like,
answering that question, the Hatman cannot exist without Shiva, and Shiva cannot exist without the Hatman. So
yeah, because everything's quantumly entangled, and
yeah, it is a really
but
great answer to this
perhaps,
question.
yes, the Hatman may be an imaginative force of Shiva, like as if Shiva were to wear a mask, you know. Say, I'm Batman.
Okay, I guess that's a great answer to this. The paradoxical way. So to answer the question, it means yes and no, and also yes.
Yes, but no,
And
but
it's
yes means LOL.
LOL, LMAO, or
No,
as I
not
say, LMAO.
LMAO. It's just
I say LMAO.
LOL because it's a 1, a 0, and a 1.
I want to say LMAO, okay? Let me say LMAO, LMAO, and ruffle, okay? But okay, yeah, you want it to be a little bit binary for the end, so I guess.
No, I acknowledged. You know, I'm not explaining more. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Come on,
I
I
don't.
thought you were really happy with maths.
That is, I can understand patterns and recognition of patterns, but not.
Bloody?
I'm
What
just
about
saying,
you?
I'm not very good at math.
Okay. I guess we gotta end the episode here because
I don't want to talk about math, especially not homework, dude. Please, I don't want to go back. That's
because
where the
he's
hat
in,
man. That is the hat man. Hat man is
because he's a
homework.
noob
Math
with
homework.
maths,
Math
and
homework
so
is
am
the
I.
hat man, dude.
What?
Math homework is the hat
homework?
man.
Yeah, okay. What?
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
have to
mean,
end this, dude. I can't talk about it anymore.
any school homework is kind of
The
was the
only
Hatman
math
for me.
homework was really bad.
Every homework was bad for me. Maybe English was fun. That's why I'm speaking English right now. 'Cause
I
that's
guess
the only
so.
one I kind of.
I liked English too.
Held on to. But I know you do. French was boring. Can you believe that? Just learn French in France.
Mac Poulet.
Poulet? Poulet?
Mac Poulet.
Oh, it's called Mac. Okay, Mac. All right, whatever. I'm not getting in the debate
Mac
be
Poulet.
like is French.
Mac Poulet.
Okay, let's not get there.
Mac Poulet.
If any French out there, do you guys are proud of your country, or am I the only one that doesn't like France because of my upbringing and difficult life situations that I've had to go through in school and like being bullied and stuff? Or do you guys love France and you want to go there and because you think that France is amazing, is cute, and everyone lives in Paris? Yeah, maybe.
Paris.
Paris? Paris. Paris. Oh, someone from.
Could you say croissant for the audience?
Croissant.
Yeah. What about baguette?
Baguette. Okay, I wanted to teach you a little bit of French, which is in the Dance of Shiva, apparently. So you say Parisians, right? People that live in Paris, Parisians. Do you say it in English, like that? I don't even know.
Baghdad?
No, people that live in.
People that live in Paris or France?
Yeah.
They're called French.
No,
Like
especially the
fries,
one that
French fries.
Okay, you can say a New Yorker, I guess, someone who lives in New York.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I don't know about France.
Parisians, maybe say Parisians. Anyways, anyhow, in French you
All
say.
I know is that you hit the Louvre and you leave.
Well, yeah, just for the art because it was cool. But you say Parisien, which is someone that lives in Paris for a man, and Parisienne for a woman. Or you can say it the harsh way, the same way someone would say Americans, you know?
American.
Yeah, you say Parigo.
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 So
yeah.
I'm gonna say hi to your father.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a complicated matter, you know, the fathers. Do you guys have cool fathers, or do you struggle
Or
with
do we
them
all
too?
have daddy issues?
No, I mean some people are cool with it,
Some people are.
but it's pretty rare because
'Cause,
otherwise there's no flow, there's no sense of Shiva, and that's sad
yeah,
because we want some of it.
the dads being dicks is just a fire or fuel for the fire that is the dance of life.
Exactly.
And apparently you can't do without it. So they're just never gonna tell you they're like happy with what you do with your life, and that just doesn't have to matter to you.
Oh yeah, right. They can be content with
No,
whatever.
because they're not even content with what the fuck they're doing because they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's where the Hatman is coming, you know.
Yeah, the Hatman gets you when you don't know what the fuck is going on and you really lost it, and that's the worst nightmare there is. Your own
Well,
fucking mind.
but it's actually great though because I mean, let's talk about the positive side of the Hatman. Where does the Hatman leads you to?
Oh, the
After
Hatman leads you to inner strength.
yeah, so does the Hatman lead you to Shiva in the end?
That's why I said that he's not the devil, because the devil's not going to reward you, unless
No, well,
you win the bet against the devil.
okay, but
But
the devil is an agent of the Hatman, who's the
yeah, like
agent of Shiva.
you can't gamble with the Hatman like you gamble with the devil. That's the
So where
only
does he lead you to?
The Hatman is like, he's like the Giga Chad that's like in the gym that's like, yeah, just do it, dude. And he's like,
So
he's
is
like,
the Hatman Shia
yeah.
LaBeouf?
Yeah, he's Shia LaBeouf. He's like, just do it, dude. And he's like, but I would say he's more like Negan from The Walking Dead, but I don't think you know who that is. So,
No.
like like, yeah, it's like he's almost like that too, but he's more like in Fallout. There's the Hat guy who's a ghoul who like survived the whole like apocalypse in the new show. He's like that. Or if you've seen what's it called? Crap, it's an HBO
Isn't
show.
that an actual game?
Yeah,
Oh.
Fallout's a game, but I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the TV show that just came out. And
Ah, it just came out.
he's
Okay.
like the LA lonesome cowboy, like, you know.
Yeah, but
He's
okay,
the
dude,
lonely
that doesn't answer
cowboy
my
guy.
question though.
He's the Lone Ranger, bro.
It doesn't answer the question. Please, back to the question. You've been.
I don't know. I thought I just did, dude.
Where does he lead you to?
The horse
You've
with
been...
no name, motherfucker. Where do you think the Lone Ranger takes you?
But then, where's the next step?
There. What do you mean? The horse with no name. That is the step. That is
okay,
that is every other following step after that.
Okay, but when you hit bottom, where do you lead? Where do you end?
Then that fucking horse with no name will drag your ass like out of
that
into
all
a
that has
river.
already happened. We're past the horse.
We're past the horse with no name.
Past all the animals. With names, without names. Where are you?
Where are we?
Yeah.
Right here?
That's correct. With who? With
Shiva.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you kept answering that question for yourself. I guess that's why I was kind of like.
I know, but you weren't going there, even though you know you. Okay,
all right, I'm done with this. We need to end this episode. I can't.
No,
do this
bro.
anymore.
I've been asking
We already
you a real
talked about
simple
the
question.
smoothies. We're good here, dude.
I've been asking you a simple question, and the Hatman took you, put you in some gesture form to just troll me and the audience. More me than the audience, I think. Maybe the audience just infuriated right now with your Hatman skills. And
I don't know what's going on, dude. Like I said, I got a doctor's appointment. My lump is about to get scanned. I gotta leave this. Like the horse with no name is calling right now.
Well, I guess. Well, have fun.
I guess it's a question for the audience. Then
don't forget the smoothie.
I guess it's something that I can't talk about.
What is the question?
I don't know. The audience will know.
Okay, so to goof or to goop? I think we've done that 3 times already.
Yeah, to be or not to be. That's the real
that's
question.
that's too cliche.
It's cliche, but that's a real question though. Like for
It
real
is a
though.
real question.
It's actually legit. And if you can
Is
put
the
your
cat
hand,
dead in the box or is he alive?
oh, Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah,
I don't think you really know unless you open it.
but if you open it, are you or are you not anymore? Alive or dead?
I don't know. I can't tell the
Or are
difference
you both
anymore.
at the same time? Well, that's the question, right?
I can't tell the
Well,
difference.
why in English do we say you are in something like dead or alive? Like you are in a state when you're dead. You're not supposed to be anymore.
Well,
are
we'll
you?
say in English, I'm dead AF right now because you had me laugh too much. Like,
AF. Oh yeah. Well, I guess that's with the horse, right? I guess you're the horse, no names, or whatever creature you wanna, like some chimera or
well,
whatever.
the
you
horse with
wanna.
no name alludes to more things than just the horse with no name could ever say. Like, I want you to ponder. I want you to feel that horse.
I guess we really have to get. So this Hatman episode is just converted into some kind of mythology. So I guess we'll.
Dance of Shiva, like
mythology.
the Dance of Shiva is quantum, so I'm sure that there's just going to be infinite ways to kind of look and interpret this. But do yourself a favor, listen to some good music, dance with the people that you love, and if you don't have anyone to dance with, go dance in the street and show people what they're missing out on. Because dancing in the rain, that's a real vibe, dude. Dude, Val, boy, what's that?